MSA Sports Center stage, Mike Sackley and Sean Meyers. We're going to have the call of the Class AA Championship game at Heinz Field on Friday between the Aliquippa Quips and the South Fayette Lions. Sean, a rematch from last year, and I think a lot of folks kind of had a feeling at the beginning of the year we might see these two teams again at Heinz Field.
Yeah, and you can make the argument this is the most anticipated of all the championship games this Friday at Heinz Field. And you really look at two contrasting styles. For South Fayette, it's a great passing game behind their quarterback run ball. For Aliquippa, they have the passing game as well, but they really rely on the run, and Kazon Pugh was just dominant in their victory over Washington in the semifinals to get to this point.
Yeah, Pugh's been fantastic this year. DeMonte Bruno has been very good. It's kind of a 1-2 punch for Aliquippa that has gotten them very far so far this season. Even some adversity against Washington, they found a way to get the job done. And you think about it, Sean, for the Aliquippa Quips, Mike Smianik has been incredible as a head coach. 7th straight title game this team's going to be in.
Yeah, and what that says is really it's not about individual greatness amongst players. They find a way to put the right players in the right situations, and everyone's ready to step up. This year it's a guy like Pugh or like Bruno replacing the great running backs from a year ago, but really it's all the same for Aliquippa. They're great defensively, although they're going to have their toughest task to date against an explosive passing attack for South Fayette.
Which we'll get to in just a second, but I want to ask you about Darian Fields, the quarterback for Aliquippa. Do you think after a couple critical picks a year ago, he's going to have a different mindset going into this game?
Well, he talked about redemption. That was really his focus during the offseason. He wanted to redeem himself for those mistakes that he made a year ago. He thinks he's a better quarterback now in 2014. We'll see. It's a question of once you get under those bright lights at Heinz Field, will you make the plays?
You talked about Brett Brumbaugh for South Fayette, the WPIAL's leading passer, and it's been phenomenal to watch him in college. He's in high school, I should say, because he's been absolutely incredible, putting up incredible numbers, and he leads a South Fayette team that year after year, they have become a dominant powerhouse in Class AA because of him.
When you talk about college, he'll be playing at Duquesne next year, but he's got one last task that he wants to take care of in winning another championship here in WPIAL, the defending state champion South Fayette. The interesting thing is so much attention goes to Brumbaugh, and he's great. He has completely new weapons this year. He lost his top 2 receivers. They have a good running game with Hunter Hayes, but the big thing that I was shocked by is how great they are defensively. They lost 8 starters from that team a year ago, and they look to be just as potent on that side of the football as well.
Yeah, when a team that can reload like South Fayette, you know they're going to be there for many years to come. Defense has been very impressive as well, like you talked about. Should be a great game at Heinz Field between Aliquippa and South Fayette, the top 2 teams in Class AA. We'll have it on the MSA Sports Network. For Sean Meyers, this is Mike Sackley, MSA Sports Center stage.